on, guys? Tonight I am going to be talking about King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. King Arthur, Legend of the Sword is a new take on the legend of King Arthur, and it just so happens to be directed by Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie is a very stylistic director. I enjoy all of his films that I've seen, except for maybe one of them. My favorite Guy Ritchie movie is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and I just want to point this out. I really enjoyed the underrated The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I think a lot of people really don't like that one. That one kind of flies under the radar. I like all of his other films too, like the two Sherlock Holmes movies, Snatch, Rock and Rolla, Swept Away, doesn't count. So when I heard he was doing a King Arthur movie, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, because Guy Ritchie's got a certain style of filmmaking. He brings that style to almost every film he makes. And critics aren't really that easy on Guy Ritchie. I think Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is his best reviewed film. And looking at the critic reviews for this movie, I was really a little taken aback, because moviegoers seem to really like this movie, and it's the critics that are tearing it apart. They've been tearing apart Guy Ritchie for his career a little bit, and a 40 out of 100 on Metacritic and a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, I was like, this might not be good. And I walked into King Arthur skeptical because of those reviews, and I walked out pretty entertained. Although entertained in the ways that I didn't think I was going to be entertained. If you're looking at this movie from a filmmaking standpoint, it's not a good movie. If you're looking at this film from an entertaining standpoint, yeah, it's going to be entertainment. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be entertained in the ways this movie entertained me. This movie is cheesy as hell. It plays off like an unintentional comedy, and I had a fun time just laughing at the absurdity of this movie. Nothing in this movie makes sense, but it's hilarious because the characters are doing the stupidest shit you wouldn't expect them to do in a movie like this. Hey, let's just randomly stalk a caravan where there's a fake king. Oh, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones shoots an arrow. How convenient. Almost all of the actors that are in this movie, aside from Charlie Hunnam, who was really good as King Arthur, Eric Bana is really wooden in this movie. Jude Law is super over the top. Littlefinger from Game of Thrones is Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, just not a total asshat. This movie gives you all the Guy Ritchie-isms, the Guy Ritchie style, the Guy Ritchie substance, the Guy Ritchie dialogue. There's gangster talk in this movie. It's so fucking awesome! There's literally one scene at the beginning of the movie where I was thinking to myself, he pulled that scene from Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels or Snatch. That's exactly what he did in one of these scenes. And he just put it in a King Arthur movie. Guy Ritchie's not very good with the CGI, and it really shows in this movie, especially the opening scene where that mammoth is just wonking his trunk back and forth wrecking shit. I'm like, that looks so fake, but it looks so great. There's this thing that looks like the Shadow Demon from Game of Thrones. A lot of Game of Thrones stuff gets ripped off in here. I wasn't too happy about that. The action scenes are not groundbreaking. They're typical Guy Ritchie action scenes. They're super fun. It's just the typical slow-mo, and then the freeze, and then the run really fast and shit like this. The end of this movie is super cheesy, super dumb. It doesn't even make any sense. It felt like a video game. The very beginning of this end scene feels like a cutscene to a video game. I was like, I am literally playing a video game right now, but I have no controller, and oh, that looks like it's filmed in a way where there's going to be a quick time event. Somebody press A, somebody press B. Oh, we can't. We don't have any controllers. All kidding aside, there is a couple of tonal issues with the movie, and that's kind of also what made it cheesy. The opening scene to this movie is just super dark and ominous and really disturbing, and then the credits come on, you hear like this crazy like dun 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 music. I'm like, this shifted pretty quick. Those inconsistencies with the tone are really sprinkled throughout this movie. It's not a joyous sight when you just go from somebody murdering somebody in a brutal way to just crazy action that looks super silly and fun and lively. I think having previously viewed almost all of Guy Ritchie's films really made me like the movie more than I thought I would, but I didn't think I would like it in this way. I thought I would like it in an entertaining way that was actually supposed to be what it was supposed to be. I didn't think I was supposed to like it in an entertaining way where it was so bad that it was good. If I were to grade this on like a scale of 1 to 10 based on filmmaking, it would probably get like a 2 or a 3. But I'm grading this based on entertainment value. I'm going to give King Arthur Legend of the Sword a 7 out of 10. This is the perfect movie to pop in your Blu-ray player on a rainy or snowy day when you got nothing better to do. Just be like, I just want to make fun of a movie. Let's put in King Arthur and his lame-ass subtitle, Legend of the Sword. Based on these scores on these critic sites, I don't think they understand the meaning of entertainment, because that's what this movie was. So that concludes my review of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, or Excalibur, or Legend of Excalibur, whatever it's called. If you've seen the movie and you want to share your thoughts with other moviegoers, drop your comments in the comment section below. Really interested to see what you guys think about this movie. And you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, subscribe on YouTube at the end of this video, and check out a couple of other videos I have posted, and I'll see you guys next time.